They're gonna smoke now. Hobbit's here. With Fly. Oh, the waveform dodge. We have EG versus Thunder Awaken. Instant smoke. Game number 1 here. For those of you that have been sleeping under a rock, International has been going on. And if you've been really AFK, I can do an introduction to the teams. On Evil Geniuses, we have Arteezy on his Shadow Fiend. Hobbit will be playing the Pango mid. Nightfall will be playing the Razor in the offlane here. Then we're gonna have Crit on the Marcy and Fly on Clockwork. We've seen this quite a few times. This used to be a bit of a cheese strat, actually, Clock SF, but they don't do that anymore with the cog denying strategy here. But for Thunder, we have Sacred in the offlane here. Matthew, position 4 line, something we don't see a lot of. Panda Moo will be playing the position 5 Lich. We're gonna have a little bit of battle here, and they'll just chase each other off here. Can you get closer? Alright, that'll be good damage for Clock, but end of the day, not much. Then we're gonna have Pakaz in the safe lane on his Morphling. To me, one of the most impressive players from this TI. He's really having amazing performances. And last but not least, Dark Mago will be playing into Obid in the mid lane as Tiny, one of his more signature heroes. And I think the lane that I'm going to want to take a look at the most is probably the side lanes. Mid lane we'll keep an eye on with the CS here. But Arteezy here on his SF going raised level 1 with the magic wand, laning with Fly's Clockwork. Arteezy's gonna have a lot of creeps here, just giving solo XP. So they are gonna go in now. The stun will be forced. Alright, and this may just be a first blood here. They might go for both, actually. Matthew in the back here. Fly's just gonna end up killing him. They're gonna force Sacred to TP out too here. Really well done there by EG in this top lane. Seeing that this SF Clock lane is very, very strong. We've seen a lot of SF at this tournament. He's been highly contested or picked in almost every single game, mainly going into the safe lane. Some games it's been on the mid lane. But Sacred getting his second CS just now, struggling a bit here. Arteezy just trying to farm with raises because he knows if he walks up here, he's going to get stunned by Lion, and if Dawn did happen to hit level 2, he will just die. Either way, now that Clock is in closer, Arteezy will now go ahead and CS. Very important to be patient as a carry player, not to die to get that extra CS. Alright, level 3 now on Arteezy here. This is where they're going to continue to be very, very strong. In the bot lane here, they're going to go on Pakaz, actually. Pakaz Morphling. This hero is very much so known to... Meanwhile, Crit is just going to jump in here on Pakaz here, realizing he does not have waveform selected here. And a very long link will be used on Pakaz here, but he'll just keep on morphing as much as he can, for he is Morphling. And Nightfall will take a lot of damage in return, too, from the Lich. Spamming that Frost Blast on him. Morphling is a very popular carry this patch, too. And against the Razor, it is not only just a strong carry, it's a counter pick. So he is going to turn into Razor himself and steal the damage from either the Shadow Fiend or the Razor to get his damage back that Razor will be taking. So a very strong pick here, but the big weakness this hero generally has, which we're not seeing right now, is the fact that his laning is not the best, like early levels at least, against like a hero like Razor, but he is not struggling at all in this laning stage. At 14 and 6 CS to Razor's 9 and 4. Nightfall is still doing fine, but this is like a perfect start and very uncharacteristic of EG for Nightfall to like be having a rough laning stage here. Meanwhile, on the top lane though, we have caught up a bit actually in CS now, as Fly is forced to go back. Now Arteezy can just sit here and watch, as Lion is a hero that will be able to kill you if you do step up too close. So very fortunate here for Thunder. And then mid lane, dead even.
For the
I guess Obid has a couple CS denies advantage here, but that might change as he just went to go get the rune. Arteezy's fluffy hat is ready with the magic wand and infused raindrops. He realizes the power of this lane where he can get chain stunned and nuked down, so just making himself a little more tanky here. Actually quite a lot more tanky, to be honest with you. I have really doubt Arteezy will die with these items unless Tiny comes to gank him. Very, very unlikely. Oh, raindrop burned here, as they will get 2 raises off here. Going for the third one, missed. Very close. As Shadow Fiend raises, you're seeing a lot of its spike in popularity because this does have a slow stack. So you can get plenty more CS going as you stack up these raises. Not only slow, it's just the damage is incredible, but that's been there for a while. The slow is like the new implementation that they did. Alright, Matthew. Gonna go stack a little bit. Very good here. Like, he could have sat here and just leached some EXP, but he chose not to just give Dawn a little bit extra EXP and efficiently stacking the jungle here. So that was very good by him. So a little bit of a slow game here. Close to 1,000 gold advantage here for EG. Alright, Morphling. There we go. They're going to try and go on Panda move here, but he did get the Frost Shield off. The high five is there. Oh, Picaz pushes him back and actually ends up saving the Lich's life here. He does have some mangoes, so it's fine. Lane is going well. We've caught up a little bit on CS here for Nightfall, but Picaz still soaring ahead in this lane. Falcon Blade already online, bringing up the raindrops. You're going to see a big trend of raindrops are super popular. He's got in his quick buy. I think he had a set already. But you want to just keep stacking up the mana regeneration and then also have the ability to continuously lane without spamming salves. But in the top lane here, they contested the big camp here. Oh no, Sacred tried to use his Q against the Clockwork. That did not work. Double cog. And then both of them are get raised here. Oh, RTC barely misses there. Didn't have the mana. But they will chase down Sacred here as he is quite low HP. He has raindrops, but one more right click will be a nice attempt there. So 2-0 for AG, 1,000 net worth lead. We'll switch to net worth. Mid lane completely even. Both carries quite even, actually. The big difference here is going to just be the Razor slightly ahead of Sacred here on his Dawnbreaker. So this is definitely a really scary game for EG at this point. I think Morphling is just one of those heroes. Like, there's plenty of games to be played, of course. But this Morphling hero with absolute free farm in this particular game, playing against the Razor and SF, will be a beast. Like, this is a hero that they need to take care of in the early game. They really have to shut him down, or if he gets incredibly big, he's just going to turn into Razor, suck the SF, and then they're going to have major problems later on in the game. Meanwhile, in the mid lane here, little battle, both position 4s coming to the mid lane, seeing if they can't catch the other mid laner by surprise. But Crit, he is now left Nightfall alone in the bot lane. He's going to go to the top lane. Look to punish this Dawnbreaker even more. And it looks like they might be able to. He throws that. He'll probably go here, but the stacks have already been going. 2 stacks up. One more raise. No, not gonna happen. Dark Micro goes in. He ignores Fly. Wants to go for the bigger fish, but does not find it. But Arteezy will be caught by the Lich now. And that'll be a dead Arteezy here. And a tip from Pandamu here. But Abed has come in a bit late here. Let's see what he can get done here. Just gonna use the Rolling Thunder, but I don't think he's gonna get anything done here. Super late rotation from Abed, trying to make that happen, but Thunder just outplaying EG there. And I think just TPing the Lich there is a brilliant move because this Morphling does not need help anymore in this bot lane. And they will find Crit. Darkman goes there. He has a toss available actually into the Impale, and Crit's just dead here. That 2-0 advantage is now 3-2 in favor of Thunder, but they are still up 1,000 net worth here, so just slightly ahead, ever so slightly. Pretty even laning stage for the most part. Nightfall versus Pandamu. Oh no. That creep actually aggroed Pandamu instead of Nightfall there. And he is donezo. Teams are posturing for the 10-minute runes here. Matthew and Dark Magoo, they go. The toss back is there. Oh, they also have the Dawnbreaker ultimate, and it comes in, and they will get the kill. 5 seconds before the runes is out, but Fly is still going to try and contest here. Rune is not there. I think Fly may have overstayed his welcome just a bit here. And Dark Mago will get a double kill for that mistake. Unfortunately, Abed did not wait for his team, and Thunder, they pounced on the opportunity in front of them. Getting 2 more kills for Thunder Awaken now. Picaz, what you doing there, buddy? Alright, well, it looks like he's done. I think he tried pressuring him under the tower, but that did not really work out for him. Mask of Madness, first item with a casual fluffy hat. Super casual fluffy hat there. Love to see it. Top lane here. Crit goes in. 1 raise. 2 raise. 3 raise. And you dead. Alright. Some mangoes given to Arteezy. Very nice. Meanwhile, on the bot lane here, they found Nightfall. Dark Magoo has gone in. And with the toss back, they will end up killing Nightfall here. So both offlaners, a mere match here. of dying. But that does favor EG a little bit, as they have pushed in both lanes and nobody from Thunder is actually collecting these waves coming in. So a heavy committal play for Thunder there to get that kill. Alright, Dark Mago again with Matthew. Alright, we tried the toss back, it doesn't work. If that would have hit, they probably would have got the kill there, as they had 2 supports nearby. Alright, smoke time. Another Arcane Rune. Abed pretty quiet this game. 0 and 1. Looking to make his first rotation here. He goes to fly into the top lane. They want to kill Sacred, really bullying Sacred in this game. And his Dawnbreaker. Not wanting him to get a good start here. Probably realizing at this point, this last one, I don't know when they picked this morph, but it was a late pick morph, is untouchable. But Crit dies in the mid lane, but meanwhile at the top, as they're making a smoke here, he just gets out of the cogs there. Pandamu comes in as well to just help him with the Frost Shield. And there's a counterplay. So they jumped on, the Blink Dagger is now revealed for the time. They jumped on Crit mid, killed him, failed their gank top. Now they're looking to apply some pressure to Arteezy here on his Shadow Fiend. Interesting to note, Arteezy SF only puts 3 points in the raises just for the laning stage kill pressure, but now moved on to the ultimate and the presence. But Crit will now go in. And is there a turnaround here? I think Sacred will die for sure, but they might be able to get applied. The Chain Frost, very underwhelming. They'll use the finger. Matthew will get a kill. That is a killing spree. But Abed is here. Rolling Thunder is available if they need to. But Tiny jumps in. There's a buyback on Sacred. And they're going to go on Arteezy here. He's the most farmed hero on the map at the moment. Oh, Bakaz came in as well. Tried to get the last hit, but Matthew ended up taking it in the end. So that's a 5-man rotation from Thunder, plus a buyback. Fairly expensive, as they try to get Crit, but Crit is just hold positioning there. And Bakaz will come and get that kill, as we TP back to the mid lane for Dark Magoo. 5-man rotation there for Thunder. But if they get this tower, it is well worth it, as well as this Morphling wants to be up here anyway. He doesn't want to keep staying bot to farm, he wants to farm all this land here. Maybe go back to the triangle if it's stacked up too. So the rich get richer here, as Morphling is now #1 in net worth on that kill onto Arteezy here. The one suffering the most here will be Sacred on the Dawnbreaker, but I think he's okay with it. Arteezy's actually gonna go ahead and come back to this top lane. Interesting enough here. I don't know how long he would be able to stay here. I mean, maybe he just saw Dark Magoo leave. That should be enough information. Yeah, and Lich bottom. Okay, so he's gonna farm up top here, but they're gonna smoke now. Abed's here with Fly. Oh, the waveform dodge on the hook shot here, but he's still in a little bit of trouble here for sure. Mask of Madness used by Arteezy here. And Pandamu always ready, very quick with this TP scroll to come help. As they do have a Diffusal Blade for Pango now. A little scary. Kaz went for a very interesting build here, actually. He went for the Morbid Mask, Dragon Lance, and Falcon Blade. That's a lot of early game items. Now he'll be going into the Manta style here. Just farm it up. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Matthew and Dark Magoo again making it happen on the map. These two, Matthew and Dark Magoo, making every single play for the team at the moment. Sacred supporting in with the ultimate when necessary, because just farming it up. And of course, Pandamu on his Lich, but you know, he's doing a great job at responding to ganks with that Frost Shield here. Lich is not a hero we see a ton of in this meta. All right, there's a ward up from EG. The hook shot will hit on the Lich. He is level 8. Frost Shield is there. It could be a debate. Dark Magoo is there. Okay, Chain Frost is used too, and it looks like they're just gonna let Fly die. They knew if they went in there that they might kill that Lich, but their whole backline would have died. The Thunder could have responded to it. Sacred going for a Wraith Pact. Not really going for that carry build that we often see on Dawnbreaker here, but just gonna be... This is like a true 4 protect 1 strategy. They're all just going items to help Bakaz. They have the faith that he will just hard carry this game, so they're all building items to allow him to do so, as Matthew is very close to a Blink Dagger online. But Crit is here. The Hex is there. They will catch Arteezy here, but Matthew will die. But Shadow Fiend, a little bit in trouble. Dark Magoo is there with the Echo Saver, and Arteezy will be dead. And Crit will also fall here, as EG is finding it very difficult to find a place on the map to play together. It is early in the game though. and you don't necessarily have to play together at this stage of the game. But you gotta limit how many kills you're giving. And EG has just given up way too much. Fusel Blade is there. Dark Magoo is there though. He's gonna get the toss combination off, but there is a swashbuckle. No, into the hex. Matthew again with Dark Magoo with the alley-oop as Abed dies yet again here. 1,000 gold advantage. But as I talked about before, earlier in this laning stage, you do not want to let Morphling have a net worth advantage like this. This hero is way too strong when it is ahead of the game. Very, very nervous for EG here, as this is game number 2 here of them being down 0-1. If they lose this, they get dropped out of the upper bracket and straight into the lower bracket. Not a place that they thought they would be after their very, very strong and impressive group stage results. Matthew with the Blink Dagger, hovering down. You can kind of see how they're playing here. They're playing in the 2-1-2 formation. Really trying to maximize killing heroes on the map that are being a bit greedy, and that seems to be EG's style, right? They will always give Nightfall so much space, and it has worked out in the past for them, honestly. It's worked out really well, but in this game, they are getting punished quite hard. As now EG will decide to start to group. Oh, gets Find Sacred here. Back into the cogs he goes, but the... Alright, they're gonna catch Arteezy too. They can't even kill Sacred here. Alright, we're gonna have to start doing some deep diving here after this fight and figure out what the hell is going on with EG. Nightfall, he BKBs and TPs out. I mean, the rebound is on cooldown from crit, actually. So they're not able to go in, and their stuns are incredibly limited here. So Fly, trying to go in and make it happen, is what caused that without having rebound ready. And Crit just tried to walk in and go, but they just don't have any stuns. And on top of that, Abed is just nowhere to be found. He's just farming. So EG seemed completely out of sync here. And it definitely is hurting them a lot. Yeah, you can't initiate like that if you don't have your spells available. And they already have such a limited amount of stuns. They have Rebound and Dispose as like their control. Yeah, sure, you can hook them, but the follow-up needs to be there. But they're gonna try anyway. Abed beeping in and goes in with a Blink Dagger here as Roche is incredibly low. They leave the pit. Abed tries to TP out, and he will do so. But I mean, it's just a zoning play. Not really a desperation play, just trying to make a big play, trying to make something happen. 4,000 net worth down. That was the first huge critical mistake here for Evil Geniuses this game. And they're gonna go. Matthew actually finds Nightfall. His BKB is down from that Roche fight. The cause comes in and cleans it up there. As you can see, he stopped farming this camp to come for that kill. Might seem like a small thing, but I know a lot of players do have a tendency to clear every camp before they start to walk to a fight there. Alright, Sacred walking in, gets thrown back. Wraith Pact is available. He will drop the Wraith Pact. With that being down, it's time to get back, boys, I think, and they're going to get caught yet again here. As EG are very much so struggling to find a way to come back into this game. I mean, I don't want to blame their draft entirely here, because I don't think it is a drafting error. I do just think, like, Dark Magoo, Matthew here, have a very simple way to take these fights, but they are executing brilliantly. Meanwhile, I am not seeing the synergy. Like, I haven't even seen Nightfall in this game whatsoever. His style has mainly just been to farm and then carry based off of, like, pure skill. In fact, I would dare say almost all the group stage games, he just basically solo carried. Just off a snowballing game, but Dark Magoo is going to go in, throw Nightfall backwards, force the BKB. Alright, he's turned into Razor now. He will get the link off onto Arteezy, and Arteezy is just gone. He does have a BKB, was unable to get it off there. And Nightfall, they will end up killing Sacred here, but at what cost indeed? As Dark Magoo with a Haste Rune will clean up one more kill there. Let's take a closer look at what happened in this fight here. Alright, so Dark Magoo just got vision by doing the tree throw there. EG is setting up. Dark Magoo does have a BKB. He just blinks in immediately. Tosses back one hero like a Chad, which is the Razor, because he does not, he BKBs as he should, because there's a lion in the game here. Pops his BKB, realizing there are no instant stuns on the other side here. And then Matthew, yet again, before RTZ can press his BKB, runs in, hexes him, and with the link going off there, he is just dead. No Razor, BKB, the roll, I mean, it can do a little bit, but not a lot. But with SF dying like that and Razor having to force out his BKB that early, fight is just an absolute disaster for EG here. Getting, honestly, just outplayed by the South American squad here. This is a first time in TI history that a South American team has made it into the upper bracket of TI playoffs. First time in the history of the international. And here they are, just styling on EG, a team that has been in the upper bracket countless times in TI history. Very well played by them, showing full confidence here and beast moding this game number 2. For EG though, their problem, it's not so simple this time. Their heroes kind of leave a gap in what needs to be done in this game. They are lacking what you're seeing from this Tiny in this line of this instant initiation stun. Clockwork Hook, yeah, it can do that, but it's only 1.5 seconds. It needs good fault, but Abed is going to go ahead and try here and stun up the Tiny. They'll get him. He does have BKB, unable to chain stun him here, or they just didn't have the damage. But either way, Dark Magoo does turn it around as he has a DD available on his Tiny here. Because joins in too. And at this point, it might just be a little too late as Pakaz just BMs Abed here as Panda Poo pushes Nightfall to the high ground, forcing him to TP out. Another TP out has been used by EG as Arteezy also presses BKB and TPs out from this team fight. It's feeling absolutely hopeless for EG in this game. I'm not sure like how they can do this any better. Like maybe Arteezy needs to get a Shadow Blade or something and get a Requiem off. Like not saying that he should be doing that or that's why they're losing, but I'm not seeing the damage right now for them. As I think their lineup is very much so meant to do damage based off snowballing the game. Heroes like Razor and Shadow Fiend, they're not particularly the best late game carries, but they're really good at just keeping a higher net worth than other carries. As Morphling does have Agnum Scepter now, stealing away a lot of stats from Arteezy's Shadow Fiend and attack speed and giving it to himself. And Thunder will just take mid-racks just like that. Not contested whatsoever. As when you have no cooldowns, mainly in this meta it's BKBs. If you don't have any BKBs, you can't fight. Arteezy trying to lighten the mood with some ha-has. But this game is not looking good. Unless you're a Thunder fan, then it's looking great, but you know what I mean. 4 staff available now on the line. Another 4 staff on the Lich. Dark Magoo reassembled the Echo Saber after getting the BKB. Has a Crystallis now. Perhaps going into the Aghanim's next. And they found Nightfall here. Sacred goes in with the Wraith back down. If he micros it well, he might be able to survive for a bit. In the back, Dark Magoo just solo kills Abed. Nightfall has to TP out, and we're seeing a repeat. BKB TP out, the 2 cores of EG here, as they're now 17,000 gold behind. Man, Abed just got blew up, 1400 HP. Dark Magoo is tiny. Super strong here, 8-0, 13. What a beast. And Pakaz also with it. That 1 death where he kind of fed, but 8 kills on him as well. Pakaz, Matthew. No BKB on SF here. Arteezy does not have BKB. He laughs his way into the trees, but he is surely dead, for he has no way of getting out of this one. And he will just get punched down, and he will be tipped by Pakaz, as Pakaz gets godlike off of that last kill there. And it's looking like EG are going to be saying hello to the lower bracket run here, as Thunder are going for the 2nd set of racks here with Arteezy dead for 30 seconds. I do not know if they have a prayer in this world to defend this. Buyback available, but no BKB, no ulti. Nice blink there by Abed. Trying to poke as much as he can here and delay the game. Is there any item that they can get? Like at this point, like look at this Shadow Fiend's items. You know, he's got BKB Dragonlance Mask. This is a normal build, but normally he'd be +1/+2 items if the lane was going well. But in reverse, this Morph is just swimming in it. He has like almost a Scotty now on top of the Dragonlance, Manta Style, Falcon Blade, Aghanims. You can't deal with this Morphling anymore. Like, there's absolutely nothing they can do, I feel. The only thing that they can potentially do, everyone's spamming Ping Morph. Like, perhaps maybe they can chain stun him while he's sitting on 0 agility. But because he wants a Scotty here, and I don't think if they're, when you're playing a matchup, right, or not a matchup, but a lineup where you have one hard carry, you should not let him go first. You should just be sacrificing yourself. And in this game, it's not even sacrificial. It's Dark Magoo. It's just going to go in first. And they don't have the damage to even kill him. So if they can't get past Dark Magoo, what chance do they have to get to the back lines of Bakaz here? But they're going to go in. Dark Magoo goes in. Instantly blows up the Clockwork. Matthew is in as well. Nightfall's going to turn. But look at the damage there from Dark Magoo there. This Tiny is the real problem at this point. And both teams have a vision on this high ground here, so it's just going to be a battle of buybacks here as Clockwork comes back and SF will die. Bakaz has not even been touched yet in this fight as they do kill, I'll say, the supports, and that's it. They call it. GG. They realize this one is over. This Morph is way too farmed. The Tiny is way too farmed. I've been talking about how Bakaz is like the issue this game. They can't deal with them. They couldn't even deal with the mid-Tiny. They look just as impressive. So congratulations, first time in history that, you know, a South American team made it into the upper bracket of the International, and they'll continue that first time in history, as this will be the first time in history as well that a South American team will advance from the first round of the playoff in the upper bracket. And every single time you move up one spot and win one match in the upper bracket, that just skyrockets your positioning in the tournament. So we'll see if Thunder Awaken can do it again in their next matchup, which will be against, they will be playing Team Secret next, so that'll be a good one, as Team Secret did 2-0 PSG LGD, and we'll have I think that's a very manageable match for Thunder Awaken too, and if they can win that match against Team Secret, that is top 3 of the International. They will be top 3. They can win one more best of 3. We'll see if they can do it. Bakaz and the squad, Dark Magoo, Matthew, really looking good.